welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sumaya and I'm back with another video. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am talking about how I travelled with my 1-year-old. At that time she was about to turn 1 and it was my first time taking her abroad. Honestly, somebody who loves to travel. I was so excited when I was pregnant. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna travel the whole world. Like, honestly, all of it gave me anxiety. I was like, I am not traveling until she is 10. But then something in me just said, Sumaya, just do it, go for it. So I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks, mainly tips, of how I did it all. And I know I came on TikTok live and a few people asked me to do this type of video as well, but I'm so sorry it's so late. I'm just gonna go for it. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my MacBook because I've actually wrote some notes. Put some notes down. So the first thing I would say personally is to buy a baby carrier. If you can find a baby carrier that's actually good for traveling, then I would highly recommend a baby carrier because I feel like that thing saved me. And it's really good, especially when you're on the plane, you've got, you know, the backpack, or you just want your hands to be free. So having her here was just perfect for me. You know, it was actually perfect. I loved it, and I would highly recommend. It will help you a lot by having a baby carrier. You're just free. You can do a lot of stuff. You can, you know, there was times where I had to go check gate numbers and just, you know, there was no faff. It was just very much, she was there, we would go, I would go everywhere as if I was just walking, but she was here. The next thing that I have on here is a baby travel stroller. When I say travel, I literally typed it on. So whenever I was buying these items, I obviously said travel. I had to include the word travel, and the best one came out basically. So I got myself a baby travel stroller, and that honestly was the best thing that I ever did for myself, because if you see my buggy, I don't even think I could do it, you know. I wouldn't. This one was very easy, flexible, got me from A to B, very good. I did check it in. No, I didn't check it in actually. I gave the stroller just before the flight, so yeah, I didn't check it in. However, you do have to. So I had it all the way to the gates, which was really, really good. At one point, we even took it all the way to the door of the plane, so it was good. It wasn't as if she was on it. She didn't want to be in her pushchair, her little stroller. I literally had her most of the time. She didn't even go on to her stroller, honestly. There was one time she was on her stroller, and that was when we was in a queue, because we had to transit. So we had to transit to Turkey, and it wasn't a long transit, it was very short, which I wouldn't recommend. If you're going to transit, do a bit of a longer one, because first of all, we missed our flight, but the flight was delayed, alhamdulillah, and at that time we were queuing up, and because I looked at the time, I was like, we're not going to get there, so there's no point going all the way to the gate. There's not even a point, so you might as well just go to the reception, you know, Turkish Airlines. And I just told them, and they were like, oh no, wait, I'm going to take you. And he literally took me all the way to the gates, you know, went through security. He was such a lifesaver. I feel like Turkish Airlines, I love Turkish Airlines, honestly, it is the best airline. I found it really hard to travel from the UK, but more easier to travel from Turkey to Doha, and then Doha to Turkey was just amazing. But the UK was just hard, very, very, very hard. And if you want me to talk about that in a separate video, I will. But for now, I'm gonna go on to the next one. The next one I have down is make sure you have lots and lots of snacks. My daughter's favorite snacks, I had to bring fruits, you know, water as well, her sippy cup. Guys, they are so important. You can take them all onto the plane. It's just so important to have snacks and different type of variety basically, of her favourite snacks or his favourite snacks, and fruit and just her normal everyday food that she's familiar with. Because I feel like if you buy things in the airport, or if you buy food in the airport and they're not used to it or they don't know what it is, they're not gonna like it. So yeah, I think I would, and this is from experience because I remember when we went to like hotels and restaurants, she did not want new food, like she did not want it. As much as it's really hard to find food for babies or toddlers in a restaurant, but yeah, I realised whenever I was giving her new snacks, there was a time where I actually had to buy her some snacks because we were out and she didn't like it at all. And I was like, okay, let's just go back to your normal snacks. So I had to buy her fruits and, you know, things that she knows. And she loved it. Like her favourite fruits, blueberries, strawberries. And that's one thing we made sure was that we lived near, so our hotel was central, so we were central in terms of where everything was. We had a shop, we had a mosque, anything. We had a pharmacy right next to us, we had shopping centre. Every attraction or touristy thing that we had to do was literally maybe a 10-minute walk, but we got taxis, trams, no trams. So literally where you're situated has to be like central in terms of where you want to go, because you can't be far away because it's very cheap hotel, and you have to go somewhere that's an hour away. It's not gonna happen. And I knew the way my daughter is, I feel like now we understand each other. I know what she likes, what she doesn't. I get her. So I made sure our hotel was the perfect hotel. And alhamdulillah, I made it happen by the grace of Allah. Alhamdulillah, wallahi. So the next thing I have, oh yeah, fruit pouches. Those little fruit pouches. Make sure you have lots of them, different flavors. Yeah, guys, you need them, trust me. The next one I have on here is keeping them entertained. So bringing their favorite toys. I made sure I bought all her favorite toys. And then I also downloaded Miss Karen in case of an emergency, guys. I don't like giving her a lot of screen time. I don't actually like giving her screen time. But in case anything, or, you know, in case she doesn't want to play with her toys, or she goes a bit, you know, there was a point where she was very agitated, frustrated, angry, tired, crying very, very loud when we were in a queue. That this is when we were transiting. I think she was very tired, very, very, very tired, and she was screaming because we were in this queue for a while because people did not want to move, and I had to give her some screen time. And you know what, she was quiet, surprisingly. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So yeah, it was good while it lasted, and then we went off. The staff are amazing, I can't lie. Turkish Airlines, again, big up to you, because the staff were amazing, very friendly, playing with my daughter, baby Zaina. Everything was so smooth, guys. When they see you with a baby, well, in my circumstance, everything, wallahi, they were just like, you know, come baby. They were holding her for me. You know, they were just getting the stroller on for me. In the UK, I had to do everything by myself. Like, they do not care. UK are so harsh. Honestly, it's so hard. But they were making everything easier for me, I feel like, with Turkish Airlines, making everything more simpler, easier. They had a line for, you know, mothers or babies, or, you know, mother and baby line, or I don't know what it was called, but for parents. And I kid you not, the best thing ever. I didn't have to queue up. I love Turkish Airlines, as you can tell, and Doha Airport, amazing. Qatar Airways or Qatar Airlines, I don't know, but they're good as well. Love them. So yeah, breastfeeding. So if you're breastfeeding your child, I would highly recommend you breastfeed them just before you take off or when you're landing, because it will help them enormously. Obviously, doing some research beforehand, it's good for takeoff, and because of the pressure of the plane and flying, and so their ears don't hurt. So alhamdulillah, I can't lie guys, my daughter, I'm just so grateful because she slept all through the flight and would only wake up maybe an hour before or 20 minutes before. And when we're taking off, she was fine. She was absolutely loving flying. Maybe I gave her like an hour and she just knocked off. So obviously when we were landing, I had to breastfeed her. She was loving it. I think it was very interesting for her. Yeah, too many people. She kept like looking at the people behind us and the people in front of us, especially the people behind. You know how there's like little, you can see the person behind through the little hole, or like there's a little space in between the two chairs. So she'll look in and she'll see people and she'll like play with them, which was a bit annoying, but it was fine because, you know, it kept her entertained and it kept me on ease, like after very much, because you know it can go worse. It can go the other way. It can go bad in terms of she can cry, etc. Or not even be on these securely belts, because we were literally belted all different angles. I don't even know how they did it. They gave it to me, the belt for her, and I was just like, I don't know how to do it. I've never flown with a baby. So she legit, because I was near the window, she legit came all the way and just did it. Also guys, buy an extra seat for yourself, in case the baby wants to sit down, in case she wants to play around. I bought baby Zaina, I bought her own seat. However, when we went to check in, the lady was like, oh no, you didn't buy it. And I said, yes, I did. And she goes, no, you didn't. Do you want to buy it now? And I said, no, I'm okay. It's fine. So we went all the way. And when we went onto the plane, the flight attendant was like to the man sitting next to us, oh, can you get up? Because this chair's already been bought. I had to get up and he was seated elsewhere. So it was a bit like, did you want to maybe pay for something that I already bought? Like, it was very much, yeah, it was very bizarre. And it was the same lady at check-in. She said the exact same thing to me, do you want to buy it? And then when we went to actually going to the flight, you know, the last check-in, boarding pass, whatever, that bit, that's when she was like, oh, she has her own seat. And I'm just there like, okay, thank you. I honestly said thank you to her. Yeah, because alhamdulillah, I didn't buy that extra chair, extra seat. But okay, the next one is packing everything. Packing Pampers, lots and lots of Pampers, because you never know your flight could get cancelled. You know, you never know, you might have to stay in the airport for longer than you expected. Things can happen, qadar Allah, like things can happen. So make sure you pack extra Pampers, extra wipes, extra clothing, just extra of everything. Honestly, I think I went overboard. I got a lot of stuff, because you can even lose your suitcase. You know how things can go or things can happen. And another thing that I just remembered is making sure you have medication for your baby. You know, paracetamol, Calpol. And there's another one, I forgot the name of it right now, but make sure you have that, because that one is so important. I had to use it because my daughter fell ill when we went there. So yeah, it's so important. Yeah, just make sure you have everything that you can think of. Take it, because you'd rather take it than not have it. I literally had everything, and as much as it was a lot to carry, I just said alhamdulillah that I had everything in case anything happens. And also, you know, the what is it called again, the baby changing mat. Make sure you have that, because obviously when you're change the diapers, and you're going to the toilet. Turkish again, the airport in Turkey, amazing, loved it. Like, there's a lady outside the toilet cleaning. Every person that leaves, she's cleaning. And then you get the UK where it just, oh, I did not even want to change her there at all. It was disgusting. I can't lie, I had to clean before I could like even put her onto the thing. It was just disgusting, guys. But alhamdulillah, all was good. Yeah, Turkey was just amazing. And then they had a room to breastfeed. Loved it. I loved it. Yeah, very, very caring and really considering, you know, very considerate, yeah, to mothers. And yeah, I loved it. Really did. But yeah, other than that, I can't really think of anything else. But I probably, after this video finishes, I'll probably remember something else. I just want to end by saying, I would say just go for it. If you want to travel with your little one but you're scared, just go for it. Because I was scared. Honestly, my anxiety was up the roof. Whenever I even think of a plane or even flying, up the roof. And I just would think, how the hell do people do it? And then when I did it, I was like, I wish I went earlier, because this is lovely. So just go for it. You never know. You don't know what's going to happen. So you might as well just do it. I think that's my motto. That was what I was going by before flying. I was like, you know what? You don't know what's going to happen. You know, it might be a good flight. It might turn out perfect. It might just be the best flight you've ever took. So just go for it. Persuading myself. I was literally persuading myself to book that flight, and I did it because I really wanted to take my daughter to Doha, Qatar. That was one of my 2024 goals that I set for myself last year, to take my daughter on holiday for her first birthday. And not even any holiday, guys. I said I want to take her Doha, Qatar, and I did it. Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I did it. Alhamdulillah, I did it. And I just feel like if you have that ingrained into you, you can do it. I even said I'm going to take her banana island on her birthday, and I did it. Guys, I did it. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I did it. And just go for it, guys. I'll end by just saying that. Just go for it. Just do it. But yeah, let me know if you guys want another one, like a part 2, in terms of what to do, where to go. If you're interested in going Doha with your little one, let me know, because I'll be more than happy to do it. But for now, I'm just going to end by saying, please like, comment and subscribe to this video, to this channel, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.